And then it was time to start pushing. If you're new to the channel, I did something some people might think is crazy. I bought an MV Agusta F3, a new old stock model, and I'm doing something even crazier. I'm riding it almost every day. Now, before I bought the bike, I followed rule number 1 of buying an MV Agusta or any other bike. Do your research. Don't just watch a couple test ride videos on YouTube or read a few articles, because those will tell you next to nothing about what it's like to live with the bike. You need to talk to a mechanic at the shop that you're going to take the bike to, because they'll tell you a lot about the common problems that they see. And you should spend a day reading the forum of whatever bike you want to buy. If you want a Panigale, go to the Ducati forum. If you want an S1000, go to the BMW forum. And if you want an F3, go to the MV Agusta forum. You will learn a lot, and you'll hear from actual owners of the bike, and hopefully you won't be blindsided by problems. So if you do your research on F3s, you'll see some common problems popping up repeatedly. Sprag clutch failure, common problem. Soft rear brake, common problem. Exhaust valves failing, common problem. Crack paint on the tank, somewhat common. Those are all relatively minor problems, but the one problem you hear about that should give you nightmares at night is snapped valves. Now, it seems to be a rare problem with some of the earlier silver engine bikes, and allegedly MV fixed the problem with the later black engine bikes, but it's MV, so you never really know for sure. But if your valve snaps, you're gonna be having a bad day. I assume that if you're watching this channel, you know how an internal combustion engine works, basically. But for the couple of you out there who may not know how bad that would be, if one of your valves snap, it will drop from the cylinder head into the cylinder, and within a matter of seconds, proceed to destroy your cylinder walls and the piston of that particular cylinder. If it snaps at idle of around 3,000 RPM, within 1 second, your piston will hit that broken valve enough times to instantly turn your very expensive motorcycle into a very expensive paperweight. So I picked the bike up from its 7,500 mile service on Saturday, and that cost just shy of $1,400 in case you're curious. Rode the bike a little bit Sunday, and this is my Monday morning commute the next day. Now, I am not bouncing the bike off the limiter. I am basically just putzing along at 5,000 RPM. And I feel the bike start to lose power, and then it shuts off. And I'm thinking, is this an electrical problem? What's going on? So I restart the bike, but it feels a little rough. I'm thinking, I might have to think about getting over off the freeway. Then it shuts off again. I restarted again, and I'm thinking, maybe I just got some bad gas and the problem will clear itself out. It runs okay for a little bit longer, and I'm hoping I'm all good, but then it shuts off again. I restarted again, and at this point the sound I hear is kind of like an angry troll trying to hammer his way out of my engine block, and this is when I really know I am f***ed. And I had the feeling that if I let it stall again, it would not restart. So I just tried to keep the revs up to get it off the freeway. And then it shuts off one last time. So instead of restarting, the dash gets very angry and tells me, no, it's not happening. And then it was time to start pushing.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
So I had the bike towed to Pro Italia. They opened up the engine, and surprise, surprise, one of my valves snapped. They said the engine was probably destroyed as soon as I started to lose power before it even stalled that first time. And there was nothing I could have done at that point. Now the good news is, the bike is still under warranty. The bad news is, it's MV Agusta, so who really knows what's going to happen at this point? Keep your fingers crossed. So subscribe if you want to hear how this latest chapter of MV Agusta fun works out, and hopefully I will catch you on the next one.